Morning guys, welcome to the video, and this one is a Draw My Life. Now I know these aren't particularly in trend anymore and you don't really know much about me, so I thought I'd do it, even though it's kind of 2015's thing. It's better late than never. So I was born on June the 1st in 1993. There's a little picture of me. There's a little baby, a couple of days old. I was born in Lincoln in the UK, which is North Lincolnshire, and I weighed 7 pounds and 10 ounces. So you've got my mum, me and my dad. I had blonde hair when I was like really young. Obviously me just being born. My dad was 27 and my mum was 25. And I'm an only child. No siblings at all. Oh yeah, and I do really apologise for any of the bad handwriting. I'm squiggling as quick as I can and trying to get it all done so it looks quite good. So the year's 1997, I think it was May actually, and we moved from Lincoln to Grimsby for my dad's job, and we also had like my grandparents were here and things like that, so there was other commitments as well, but it was mainly for my dad's job. So we had this massive lorry that turned up, and I used to go inside it with my little like go-kart type thing, and the guys who were the removal guys were trying to get me out of the way all the time, so my mum used to come grab me and help me try and pack all the stuff up in the house. So when it comes to my parents' jobs, my dad was always on the road, either in a car, on a plane, in a meeting room, or just staying away really. He used to work in the capital about 5 or 6 days a week, and just all the time away, and it was working for basically the biggest hotel company in the world. And he's a finance director for him, which is a really big job. As for my mum, especially when we were younger, we used to go out all the time, so we used to go to places like the cinema, or we used to go bowling. Not so much when I got older, because I was always out with my friends, or I was always doing something else, but she would always make sure that the house is clean and tidy all the time. There was food on the table, and then she used to pick me up from school and take me home. And then sometimes, depending when it was and if it was nice weather, we always used to go out for country walks or go out to certain places and go to like little places around the country just for a bit of a getaway. So me and my friends, when I was a little bit older, we used to hang around more outside of school. We'd get up to kind of some sort of mischief at times, but most of the time it was just hanging around, going places, seeing what we can do. When we used to go back to Lincoln, one of their houses was actually by the train tracks, and there was a little bit of a woods at the back, so we used to just go out the back, hang around, watch the trains go past because it was quite a busy line, just mess about. When back over in Grimsby, me and my friends, we used to get into a bit of mischief, and we'd be setting fires to trees and just stupid stuff. And then also, obviously every kid's done it, we used to go around late at night to somebody's house and just play knock knock run. When it came to school, I wasn't really the best academically. I was more of a hands-on person, so when it came to like ICT and things, or technology, I was absolutely brilliant. But when it came to things like English, maths, hated it. That's me at the first day of school back in Lincoln, and I absolutely hated it. I actually cried on my first day because it was just, I didn't want to be there. Whether it's every kid, I don't know. So when it came to school holidays in between the school years, me and friends used to go out all the time. We used to just go on our bikes, make dens, go places, do different things, go to each other's houses, and just, you know, just general kid stuff. But a couple of times we obviously wanted to get some sweets or go certain places for bus money, so me and a friend during one summer went out and decided to wash loads of cars in the neighbourhood. We made quite a lot of money, to be fair, and having that amount of money, you kind of thought you were millionaires. So we went out, got tons of sweets and just made ourselves feel really ill, but it was brilliant at the time. Next came big school, i.e. high school. There were so many sports that you could play, they'd do every sport you could think of. Science class was amazing, that's me in year 7. You could do absolutely everything, it was brilliant. That's me in year 11, just as I left. I absolutely loved that high school, it was just busy all the time, made loads of friends, and it was just crazy. And when it comes to sports day, which I loved, 100 metres, I was the king. Also, in ICT, what we actually did was made our own games, which is pretty cool considering I like games now. Kind of got me into it. So after I finished school and before I went to college, there was a bit of a gap in between. So I decided to get myself a Saturday job. And that was basically working at a camping shop, just being on the tills, helping out, sorting all the stock, moving things around, going to shows and then setting up tents and doing a bit of an exhibition. And they'd get to know me quite well, and I actually really loved that job. It was brilliant. I earned not too much money, it was just like I say, a Saturday job, so it wasn't brilliant. And then whilst I was doing that, I did my DAV, which is the Duke of Edinburgh Award. Sorry about the camera there, it actually skipped. Did my bronze and silver Duke of Edinburgh Award. I didn't really actually get time to do my gold because I ended up in college and doing my apprenticeship. There's my brilliant sketch of the world. So when it came to travel, I've actually gone to quite a few places. When you look at the list though, compared to how many countries there are in the world, it's actually not that big. But I went to quite a lot of places as a kid. I think my first holiday was around about 7 years old. And then obviously I've been going myself to certain places and up and about. And I actually love travelling myself. I love going to different places, trying new foods, trying new cultures. So there's always going to be a lot more places that I'm going to go to. So expect some travel vlogs along the channel because I do love travelling. So college, this one was quite a big one to be fair. This is where I figured out what I wanted to do after school, and it was quite hard. I wasn't really brilliant with my head on paper, but when it came to working with my hands, I was really good. So I didn't really want to be in the classroom as such, doing certain things. And there was just always so many books to just study and look at, and different formulas and things like that, and it just got way out of my head, and I felt like giving up at one point. I was about to give up, but it was so close to the end, I just thought stick at it and we'll get there. So during college on the first year, I actually got contacted about joining a company for an apprenticeship. So I got through the first year of college, took the apprenticeship, and then I was doing day release for another 4 years on top of that to finish off my HNC, which is like a first year degree type thing in the UK. So along came the apprenticeship. That was a marine engineering apprenticeship, so I was helping out on anything to do with the ship. Anything that was on that ship, I used to try and help fix, or used to fix on my own, whichever. So I was always in the engine room. It was mainly engine work, so it was stripping down huge engines the size of a house. And one of the most important ones that I loved doing was working on the Eclipse super yacht, which is owned by Roman Abramovich, and it was $500 million. But I've got to keep quiet about that because I actually signed a kind of a waiver to say that I wouldn't talk about anything. Jumping forward 5 years, I got my new job in 2015, which was a big year. It was working on the railway in the UK, and basically what it was these huge rail mounted cranes, which I'd never seen before, and they really did amaze me, to be fair, at the beginning. They're a huge heavy lift machine where we go around the country, we install new track, we'd install all different things, new and old. We've got different ones, all different capacities, 25 tonne, 100 tonne and 125 tonne. In the year 2016, I actually became a TMO, which is a technical maintainer operator. So I've just got to make sure that that machine's running, and if anything's wrong with it, I've got to sort it, basically, and make sure that it's ready, up and running for the next job. And it is the best job ever. So after a few years later and saving up plenty of money, the time came for me to move out. So being at home obviously for 24 years of my life with my mum and dad, it was nice to get my own house and call it my own space. So in July 2017, I moved out at the age of 24 and made my own memories in my new house. I've loved it ever since. It was the best thing that I think I've probably ever done. Fast forwarding 2 years to 2019, on January the 1st, I decided to take something up that I've never really been interested in, which was running. It's not that I wasn't too interested, but I've never really been the type of person to do long distance running. I've always been kind of just a sprint. So when I decided to take it up, I actually found that I was quite good, and my times were getting really good. As you've seen in the last video, my half marathon time, that was the first half marathon I've ever run, and that was considered a very good time. As for next year, who knows, 5 marathons in 5 days? Possibly, I don't know. So my typical day at home would be to wake up, go to work, finish work, go for a run, eat, and then after that it was just do nothing. It was so boring. It was either just play games at my house on the PlayStation or go for a run, and that was about it. Even in the summer when it was nice, I never really used to go out or do much. So I thought, what can I do that's going to improve me and give me something more to do that can get me out of the house? So that's where I came up with the idea of starting YouTube. I already had a channel in 2014, I made the channel first off, but I decided to actually do something with it this year. So, as obviously you've been seeing, there's new videos going up twice a week if I can, which I'm doing quite well at. I thought it'd be a lot harder, but it's not too bad. I started vlogging last month in April, and we're going to see what we can get with it. So the reasons why I did it was because I was kind of awkward with the camera in my hand or being confident in front of the lens. It's motivation to get out of the house and do certain things. I get to meet new people all the time, and then it's also a digital diary of everything that I've done, or in this case a digital diary of everything that I've done. So what does the future hold for me and this channel? I don't really know, to be fair. I'm just kind of going with it at the minute to see what happens. And see if it picks up a little bit. I need to get better content, I know that, but hopefully in the future we can get collaborations, better ideas, a lot better content, as in busy or really energetic things going on. And also from that, you don't want to really suppress your dreams, so if you've got something that you really want to do, just go at it, keep at it, and just consistency is key. Thanks for watching this really long video, considering the other ones have been about 10 minutes. Please leave a like, subscribe to the channel as well, and also leave a comment just so I can see how you think I've done on this video, editing it. And yeah, it's been enjoyable, and I hope you've got an insight into who I am.